Hello, everybody. It's me, Ronan Romero, again with Clear Cut Concepts, back again today with my November 16th, 2017 vlog. I'm going to start out again, as I always do, with my latest projects and services. What I'm doing now is I am printing out a lot of copies of my brochure as well as my business card to start dispersing out to local libraries and places like that. And I'm just sort of mapping out places to go to make sure that I can get all the places as quickly as possible. I'm also working on creating a few brochures for some clients at this time, so I've been a little bit busy with that. Another thing I'm doing in the background is I am looking for some local writers groups in the Albuquerque area. I don't see that there are very many around, so if I'm not able to find one, I may end up just creating one myself and just starting a whole new writers group on my own with people that I know that are interested and maybe growing it from there. So if anybody watching in the Albuquerque area is interested in being in a writers group that meets either once a week or every 2 weeks, definitely contact me on my website, clearcutcopyandediting.com. Let me know that you're interested and I will reach out to you to let you know if one will be starting. So that's what I'm working on now. Now let's move on to our tips for successful word production for this week. So this week, instead of giving you guys a top 5 ranked tips, I just wanted to give you guys just a general set of 5 tips on how to boost your creativity and inspiration. I know that writer's block is a big thing for a lot of fiction writers out there, even technical writers and nonfiction writers. It's very difficult when you have that block in your mind and you can't come up with anything new, you can't be creative, you're not inspired. So here are my 5 suggestions on how to boost your creativity and inspiration. So, suggestion 1, just take a walk. Get out of your office, get away from your desk, go walking someplace new, or maybe if you're walking someplace you've been before, just try to notice new things. Maybe listen to the sounds of nature or listen to some music. Really just clear your mind. It's sort of like shower thoughts, shower ideas when you're in the shower and your mind's just sort of off but still running. That's when you have that clear mind that's just ready for creativity to flow through and really just a clear mind for ideas to form. So again, my first suggestion is to take a walk. My second suggestion is to read a book or a story, read something that you're interested in, just sort of see and witness other people's successful products of creativity and inspiration, just to show your creative mind that what you're doing is possible and that you are doing the right thing. Just get those examples in your brain, expand from there, and really start to get ideas going for your own work. So number 2 suggestion is read a book or story. Now my third suggestion for boosting your creativity and inspiration is something that I really like to do. Just look up inspirational pictures on the internet. Just go to Google Images, search inspiration or anything like that. My favorite pictures to look up is pictures of nature, history, and space. Nature really kind of calms me and clears my head out, kind of like suggestion 1, when you take a walk and you clear your head. Looking up pictures of nature really helps me to calm myself and get all that fluff out of my brain and out of the way. When I look up pictures of history, it's very inspirational to show your creative mind what's possible and what's happened before you, just to make your brain more convinced that, this isn't that difficult, you got this, people have done it, you can do it. And the pictures of space really just sort of reinforce that idea that anything is possible, that there are endless possibilities, the sky is the limit, or in space there is no sky, so there is no limit, and you can really do anything. So again, my third suggestion is look up inspirational pictures on the internet. And my number 4 suggestion, and this one might be a little bit more expensive or long-term, however, my number 4 suggestion is to travel or take vacation. Go somewhere you've never been before, somewhere far away. Just see new places, eat new foods, meet new people, experience new things. Getting a fresh perspective on the world and on your work is kind of like brain food. And not only that, but the more cultured and the more open-minded that you become, the more creative and inspired your work will be. and the easier it will be to just sort of pump out those great ideas, because your mind is so open and you have such a wide range of thought and ideas that it's really not going to be hard at that point to come up with new things. So again, my number 4 tip is to travel or take a vacation. Now my 5th tip, my last but definitely not least suggestion for boosting your creativity and inspiration is going to be reading over your past successful pieces. Now, if you have things that were successful in the past, put them in what I call a confidence folder. I have a binder, as you can see behind me, that just has a lot of my great works, a lot of good positive feedback that I have from people that I've worked with. When I feel down or I just feel really discouraged or uninspired, I'll go through it and I'll just sort of remind myself that, I've done this before, I know what I'm doing, and that there's no other way for me to be other than confident. Confidence is key, and once you have that confidence, you really don't need anything else except for those ideas to flow. So creating that sort of base of confidence will help you in creating that upward momentum of creativity and inspired ideas that will show in your work. So again, my 5th and last idea and suggestion for boosting your creativity and inspiration is to read over your old successful pieces, because you've done it before and you can do it again. Just believe in yourself. So those are my 5 suggestions on how to boost your creativity and inspiration. If you have any other suggestions, don't be afraid to leave comments in the comment section below, and definitely let me know what you think. Right, and this week on what I'm currently reading, I am still reading Stephen King's The Stand, getting pretty far along at this point. So I wanted to introduce you guys to a character that was previously named Joe, but is now named Leo. Joe was found by Nadine, the crazy lady. She was previously a special education instructor before the plague hit, so of course she picked Joe up and took care of him. He is a extremely mentally challenged young man. He's not stable at all. He sort of stuck by Nadine and Larry when they sort of became together, and she brought Joe, of course, to the Boulder, Colorado community. Now Joe is starting to call himself Leo for whatever reason. I'm not too sure. I believe that was his real name and that he's just sort of starting to remember it. Now, we've been talking about how the Boulder, Colorado community is going to be sending scouts west towards the Las Vegas community to sort of scout them out. Joe is going to be one of those people. So some of the male characters have actually found a way to hypnotize him, to sort of give him instructions that he otherwise would not follow. Now, when they hypnotized Joe/Leo, they told him that when he goes west to scout out the the Vegas community, that if he is to come across a single individual, that he needs to kill that individual. Now, if he comes across more than one individual, he clearly will not be able to kill that group of people. So they told him to convince a group of 2 or more people that he was kicked out of the colony due to his mental inabilities. Now, he has not left the colony just yet. He has been programmed by that hypnotization, and Nadine, of course, was packing up all of her things in the house that she lived in with Joe to go live with Harold, because she's now with Harold, the other crazy one. And Joe was there, sitting in the corner, very quietly, very scarily. I thought for sure he was going to kill her because his hypnotizing had short-circuited or something like that, but he did not. It was very scary, very suspenseful, went on for about 5 pages, and I was just like biting my nails while I was reading it. So not only is she leaving Joe, and not only is Joe programmed to kill an individual if he were to come across one, but that leaves Joe very vulnerable, and I feel like his hypnotizing may short circuit and he may end up killing somebody before leaving the colony. Let's definitely see. Now, Nadine has been talking about leaving the colony as well on her own, just to go join the Las Vegas colony, so we'll see where that goes as well. Tune in next week and I'll have you guys updated on all of that. Alright, I want to thank you guys so damn much for watching again this week. This week's literary quote of the week comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. He lived and died in the 19th century. He is most known for his poems and essays. He's written countless works that have inspired countless writers, authors, poets after him. And funny fact, or actually interesting fact, He is currently buried in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Concord, Massachusetts. Spooky. So again, this week's quote comes from Ralph Waldo Emerson. I want to thank you guys so damn much again for watching. And if you have any suggestions on who to quote in the future or books to include in the What I'm Reading section, or if you are interested in possibly joining a local writing group in the Albuquerque area, leave comments in the comment section below or contact me on my website, clearcutcopyandediting.com. Otherwise, if you enjoyed what you heard today, go ahead and give a little love tap to that like button down there. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss anything that I have coming up in the future. And again, thank you guys so damn much for watching. I'll see you all next week.